All right, so with that, we do want to welcome in our Facebook audience. For everyone out there tonight, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my computer. I spilled liquid on my laptop, which means my laptop no longer worked. So I took it to the laptop repair shop. They have it now. We'll see what the kind of damages are done or what they can do. I went and bought a brand new laptop, but I literally took it out of the box. And I'm like trying to download Google Chrome, install the Zoom client, and certain things that your passwords are automatically saved. Like, oh my gosh, what's my password on that again? I'm trying to log into this and log into that. So I feel like a fish out of water over here at the moment. But we're here. We're here on the Zoom. We're about 1 minute before our official start time. Actually, we hit the official start time. In fact, one of the things that's weird about my laptop, Mike, is I set the time and region. I set it for California, right? West Coast, right? And the date is today's date, right? Well, for some reason, my laptop still thinks that it is 1 a.m., 10:18, although it acknowledges I'm in California. And so I've been battling with the computer just over what time it is. And so I actually looked at my clock right now. I'm like, 1 a.m. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, it is now 6 o'clock on the West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 2 a.m. if you are in the UK, 3 a.m. if you are in Spain or France. Of course, I know a lot of you might be catching this on the replay. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. As Deborah always says, we are excited that you are here. This is the most important call that we do every single week. This is the call we're going to get the news, the updates, the announcements from our CEO and founder. And tonight, he's got incredible announcements. If you've not been to your back office, you may not know that yet. But again, big time announcements happening tonight. We have all kinds of news and excitement. But as we do every single week, we like to start with all of you that have gone out there and done the correct action steps. You've gone out there, you've rank advanced. And of course, that shows other people, hey, if they did it, I can do it too. I just got done doing a Zoom from my phone, by the way, for the last 2 hours, Mike. Even we were on the Zoom, and I was being translated into Russian. And we were going through the comp plan. But what was great was we already had several ladies on the call. One had gone 3-star, almost 4-star, one's 2-star, almost 3-star. Yana's almost a 2-star, so-and-so's a 1-star. And says we're outlining the comp plan. There was people on there that, hey, you've only been here 4 months. Some of you've only been here 1 month, some only 2 months, but here are the things that are in fact happening. And obviously because you did it, other people see that and they get excited thinking, man, you did it, I can do it too. And that's what this is all about. So Mikey, with that, I'm going to turn it over to you to upload and do all the things that you do every single week for us.
Hey, Todd, I don't know if it's your new computer, but I don't see a share my screen thing, or I don't even know if I don't see my picture on there yet either.
Yeah, I invited you to be a panelist. Did you accept the panelist request? I'll send it again.
Yeah. Well,
okay, now you're a panelist, right? And now you are co-host. So now you can do it. Let's try that again. There we are. But you're on mute. You're muted. There we go. Now you're unmuted.
Okay, now.
Perfect.
Get my screen thing going here.
We'll get this figured out one of these days.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Okay, thanks, Todd. And welcome everybody to our Monday night corporate update. We're glad you've decided to show up here. And as we do each and every week, like Todd says, we're going to go ahead and announce our most current rank advancements. And if you're brand new to Travorium, first of all, congratulations for making the decision to join us at the Travorium family. And we got a great product here. We've been in business for we're in our 10th year. We've paid out commissions every week, all 10 of those years, never missed a commission run. And we've got a lot of people that are doing really well, making a great living here. A lot of people that are enjoying our travel product each and every year, taking their families on unbelievable vacations, making memories. And so we're going to get started here. The first rank that you will experience as you start to move your business forward here at Travorium is what's called a director. And I think we had about 17 or so here new directors this just last week. And so at the director level, you might say, well, what does that mean, Mike? Well, that means that you went out and you shared the opportunity with 3 people that said, yes, I would like to take advantage of this opportunity. I'd like to join you at Trevorium. They said yes to the business opportunity, or they said yes to the travel product opportunity. And they want to take advantage of our great travel product, take their families on unbelievable vacations each year. And so all you did is you find 3 people that said yes. And now at this level right here, you're making the same amount of income that your business expense costs you each month. So you've just entered into what's called the black at this point right here. And it's very difficult to do it so quickly at any other business. But when Mr. Hart was developing Trevorium, that was one of his main objectives, to help people win as quickly as possible. So I want to congratulate our newest directors. And then at the next level, you're called a 1-star director. Now at this level here, you're going to be making between $400 to $700 a month. You're not setting the world on fire yet, but you're making money, okay? And you're getting excited because you're seeing, wow, this thing works. And you've got a very small team still, and you're making $400 to $700, depending on what bonuses that you take advantage of at this level. I'd like to go ahead and congratulate Anna Coffard, Diana Leek, Pauline Bouvier, Veronique Cote, Sarah Henry, Maureen Cruzette, Tiffany D. Capua, Catherine Piquette, and Maud Brencourt. Congratulations to our newest 1-star directors. And the next level here at Trevorium is what's called a 2-star director. Now things really start getting excited. These are our most current 2-star directors that we want to continue to celebrate. At this level here, you're making anywhere between $25,000 to $36,000 a year, again, depending on if you take advantage of all the bonuses that are available at this level. Plus, we're going to give you a beautiful 2-star director ring. You can see it up there in the right-hand corner. We're going to make it specifically to your ring finger size that you give us. So it'll be custom to you. It'll have your name on the inside of the ring and the band. In fact, there might be a lot of people out there that have received a ring that don't realize that their name is engraved on the inside of their ring. So it's very, very special. It's very custom, designed by our CEO and founder, Mr. David Hart. So I'd like to go ahead and congratulate Julia Elena. Congratulations, Julia. Thank you for your leadership here at Trevorium. Your team is starting to grow. We're excited for you. And Kenza Abedenader, congratulations to you, Kenza. And we want to thank you for your leadership. And we're excited about your team as it begins to grow too. We know that 3-star is just around the corner, then 4-star, and then you're going to be a like Coach D right there that's going to be speaking an ambassador. That's the goal here at Trevorium. Once you're building your business, is to become an ambassador. Second to none lifestyle, just lots of things to share at that level. And so, Mr. Todd, I'm going to go ahead and give it back to you. I want to thank you for your leadership and you being here from week to week. I don't know what I do, so I jumped on here, Todd, and you weren't there to introduce me.
I'm just glad I got my computer working, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm still over here playing with the buttons and like, okay, what's this one do, that one do?
Once you get it to work, you know?
Yeah. I even bought the same brand. I mean, it looks the same, but there's things about it that are different, or settings and preferences and things like that. So obviously take me a couple of days to get that figured out. But Mikey, thank you so much for doing all of the rank advancements. Congratulations to all of you, again, who are out there taking the correct action steps. And you know, Mike, you were just talking about 2-star director. And, you know, when you look at a lot of our 2-stars, they're in that $2,000 per month neighborhood, right? You know, somewhere, you know, give or take. Some are 1,500, you know, 18,000 a year, some are 2,000. But, you know, the average income in the Solomon Islands is only 18,000 a year. Wow. The average income in the Canary Islands is only $1,000 per year. The average income, household income in the United States is only $5,000 per household, about 60-some-thousand per year. And so when you think about helping a family make an extra $1,500 to $2,000, the fact that we've had people come here and do that in 2 weeks. Now, that was Daryl and Maria. I get their pros. That's not the typical time frame. But we've had people do it in 2 months. Some people do it in 2 quarters. Yeah, I don't care if it takes you 2 years. You know, this is not a sprint. You know, it's a marathon. All that matters is that you get there, and it's life-changing kind of money. I mean, this is real, real bill paying money. We've had people, obviously in France, where some of the school teachers only make $2,500 to $3,000 per month. I mean, some of them are able to quit their job just by becoming a 2-star director. Wow. And when you look at what we're doing as a company, I mean, obviously we show people how they can travel for less. We show people how they can earn their membership. That's the first step in our compensation program, become a director, earning more than you're spending. So you're earning your membership, which means you're earning your travel, which means you're traveling now for virtually nothing. And that's the first step. And for most people, that's what this is all about. Traveling for less and maybe traveling for virtually nothing. Well, then some people want to make 500 a month. Some people want to make a couple grand a month. But for those that have those higher aspirations, the next big goal is, how do I get to a place where I'm now earning enough money that I can quit my job? Because understand that if you have to work a job, and I got nothing against jobs, it's a great way to put food on the table, gas in the gas tank, a roof over your head. You got responsibilities, you got a family, you got kids, right? And a job is a wonderful way to take care of some of those things. But understand that a job is where you want to start. That is not where you want to finish. You eventually want to graduate, from having to be, doing it every day to where you're at a place now where I've got money coming in, whether I work or not. I got money coming in, quite frankly, whether I'm alive or not. I mean, eventually you want to have a business that you can pass on and it becomes willable and heritable. And so you want that stream of income. And so we've got people who've been able to come here and buy back their life. And when I say buy back their life, they no longer have to go do the job. They no longer have to, drive in all the traffic and do the commute and be there 8 hours a day. They can now do what they want, with whom they want, anytime they want, do the things that matter in life to them. And we're helping people accomplish that with fewer people than any company in history. And then if you look at the whole kind of compensation plan methodology, and I just got to do a training on this, I guess it's why first and foremost on my mind. But if you look at the comp plans from the days of the company you were with and Mr. Hart was with, and Herbalife and some of those other kind of companies, there's not been a compensation plan like that since the 1990s. I mean, they are old, antiquated comp programs. I mean, nobody would ever start a direct selling company today with that kind of a compensation program. There hasn't been one in over 25 years because it's old, it's antiquated, it's stodgy, it's just not what really happens. And understand that, and I'm not blaming the guys that pioneered our industry because they didn't know. I mean, they took their best guess as to how this thing might grow. But there's a big difference between theory and reality. And when you look at an actual networking structure, they come out kind of like a pyramid on top. They come down very, 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 very deep. They look more like the Washington Monument than the pyramids of Egypt. And so, that's what one really looks like. And that's how the binary became so prevalent. Because in the old days, they said you could go infinitely wide, but you can only get paid, 5, 6, 7 levels deep, or maybe 8 levels deep. The binary says you can only be too wide, but you can be infinitely deep. And if you understand that most of your growth, most of your leaders are going to come in so deep, you wouldn't normally get paid on them in other types of compensation plan structures. And then within that structure, the binary being the most prevalent, the most popular today, because only in a binary can I find 2 leaders. You got a leader on my left and a leader on my right. There's not one comp plan in our industry that will pay you big time money that'll take you to the proverbial promised land with just one leader. If I just find you, Mike, you're the only leader I find, that's not going to pay me big money in any comp plan. That does not exist. And only in our kind of a structure can you have 2, one on the left, one on the right. Everything else requires 3, 4, 10, 12, some number that's much greater. And understand that for every required leader that it takes to succeed, it becomes geometrically more difficult, right? It's like to the nth degree. So it's twice as hard to build 2 legs as it is to build 1 leg. And it's 3 times as hard to build 3 legs as it is 2. It gets infinitely more, difficult to do with each leg that you require. Now, don't misunderstand leaders for people. Getting 3 people, that's easy. Getting 3 leaders, people who are willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes. Finding an ambassador, Deborah Taylor, who will come here and have all the things that happened to her, every reason in the world to quit, not once, not twice, but 15 different times. And she just keeps going. Finding that kind of a person, willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes, that's a leader. And when you get one on the left, one on the right, well, then your income by definition has become permanent, because there's nothing I can say to Ambassador Deborah Taylor today to get her to quit. I cannot talk her out of the business, no matter what I say. And when you've got a leader on your left and a leader on your right, where they won't quit no matter what you say, and they just keep building the business, then your incomes become permanent, your incomes become residual. And only in our kind of a structure can you have just 2 leaders. Now, within that structure, if you go back to what you were showing a moment ago, Mike, the 2-star director, that's 2,000 volume on your left, 2,000 volume on your right. And 99% of the companies out there they're going to pay you a couple $100 a month.
Right.
I mean, that's what your check is. It's 200. They pay you 10% on one leg. That's not a matter of debate. That's not my opinion. That is a fact. Every single leader knows it. They don't pay you $195. They don't pay you $205. They pay you 10% on one leg. Your check is, in fact, $200 for the month, $2,400 for the year. And so if you go back and look at our pay program, we got some people at $1,500, some people at $2,000, but whether you're making 18 grand a year, 24,000 a year, some are doing even better, right? Either number, it's a long way from the $200 a month that 99% of the most popular compensation program in our industry is doing. And so again, we are not just pioneering things here in travel, we're pioneering things here in compensation plan methodology, things that have never been done before. And then on top of that, Mike, you've got the beautiful ring you mentioned a moment ago that, the company sends out to people. Here's one right here, right? You see shiny, right? I mean, again, in other companies, they make you go out and build this massive team of 10,000 people, and only a handful of people have the rings. Here, Mr. David Hart, the moment you get in the comic club, the moment you got that check with a comment, hey, let's recognize somebody, give them something. I mean, out of the gate, you got that beautiful box that shows up, and of course, obviously, you got the case that it comes in. You got the certificate and the whole presentation that you put together with Mr. David Hart, Mike, and you mail those out every week. No other company does that. There's not one company that does that kind of recognition this early in the plan. And the reason I bring that up is that Mr. David Hart brings that approach to everything. Compensation plan methodology, the way we're doing our travel. No company out there is doing what we're doing. And we just were at this show in Las Vegas. And we were there with every vendor you can imagine in the world. I mean, everyone from the Hyatt to the Hilton to you name it. They were all there. Every city, every state, every country was represented. This thing was at the Mandalay Bay. It went on for acres. I mean, you could spend days and not go through all of it. And so we were there, and I mean, we were a smash hit. I mean, as we sat down and described our model, the people at the Marriott, 4 ladies came around, and I'm talking like, wow, really? How cool. I mean, how fun is that? I mean, they were just blown away by what we're doing here. So again, guys, understand that you've got something that's just totally, utterly special. But here's the trick. We're really in year 1 of our company. Because if you understand the history, right, we're 10 years old, been paying the checks all around the world and millions paid out. And, we got a beautiful home office and customer service and all the languages. And now we have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, and yada, yada, yada. I understand all that, right? But the model, the thing that we're doing that's so unique, we didn't even figure that out until November of 2019, 4 months before the pandemic, right? 4 months. So in fact, people that were on that world tour, you couldn't even use points to go. So the people that were there, you had to pay cash. You couldn't use your points. No, we didn't have that yet. You couldn't turn points and go on a world tour. That didn't even exist, right? I mean, that was kind of thought up after the fact. So we figure out the world tours. This is where it's at. This is the magic. We're going to go make it happen big. And then the pandemic happens 4 months later. Now, we did some world tours, Mike, but they were more like, hey, Mike, hey, keep your distance. Good to see you, buddy, right? Hey, mask on, right? You couldn't really do the world tour where people were, people were, bonding, and people were hugging, and people were training, right? The connection of people, this melting pot of people from all around the world, right? That's been just absolutely incredible. So that's a big part of our business. We didn't get to start doing that until this year. And so if you really look at the company, it's year 1. And the top incomers have not even heard about the company. They've not even heard. And again, we're not the only company where it takes a while. I've told this story countless times. It took McDonald's 19 years before they had their first franchise. Now you're like, no, that's not true. No, yes, it is. They had the drive-in movie theater business that failed. They had the hot dog stand that failed. They had the drive-in barbecue that failed. Then they started focusing on hamburgers. And then 7 years after that, they had their first franchise, right? If you look at the history of how long it took to get to the place of saying, McDonald's franchises, it took, obviously I talk about Starbucks all the time. I'm going to say Subway because that's a whole different story. It took Subway, right? So here we go, Subway again. It took Starbucks, again, 16 years to get to 17 stores. Why? It took them a while to figure out the secret sauce. And so, yeah, we're 10 years old. Starbucks was 16 years old with 17 stores. Now they got 55,000. You can't go 3 city blocks without seeing a Starbucks, right? We're just getting started. People forget that it takes a while for these things to maturate, but there's a balloon effect that happens on the back end, right? You start off slow, you're kind of growing, you're kind of trying to get your unique selling proposition, you start to collect some leaders, and then eventually you go for this kind of rocket ride of growth. You guys are in before the momentum. And that's the place that everybody dreams about. How do I get in before the big momentum happens? And of course, how do we know that's going to happen with us? Because we almost doubled in size during the pandemic. I mean, the company growth happened in spite of the pandemic. And so you look at that and you got all these kind of factors and things that are coming together that make this thing that we call Travorium, and every single one of you are utterly here at the right place at the right time. And what I want to do real quick is I want to take this to Ambassador Deborah Taylor, because again, she has such a phenomenal story. She kind of represents, I think she's the epitome when I talk about a leader that's willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes. I mean, that is her to a T. I mean, she's had her upline try to steal her downline. When she started the business, I mean, her husband Guy was in intensive care. I mean, she's had some challenges. I mean, just challenge after challenge after challenge. But what leaders do, they overcome, they go through, they go around, they figure it out. They just keep going and going and going. And here she sits on her way from ambassador to one-star ambassador. She's having the big event in March in San Antonio, Texas. So, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, welcome.
Well, thank you, Todd. I'm a little tired. This is my third Zoom in the last 2 hours, but we are moving and shaking. And then when the bonus, well, I don't want to announce it since it ain't been announced yet. But when I got my little text today, I was just truly excited. And I would just say to anyone, all of our partners out there, we definitely have not hit momentum. Our company has really been through transition and change. I actually qualified for my car during the pandemic. I was sharing that with Pastor Summers, one of our new pastors, the leaders who joined, that I actually qualified for the car during the pandemic, BMW, which was June of 2020. And my husband actually qualified in February of 2020 during the pandemic for a $750 bonus, in which he bought him a brand new car. I mean, a brand new truck, his dream truck. He had not had a truck since 2006 because he was an inner city pastor and he didn't want people to think that he was taking their money and buying a vehicle. So even though he made good money, he just didn't do that. He waited till he got a Travorium. And when he hit that $750 bonus as a 2-star director, he went and bought him the biggest truck he could find. So, I was just sitting here today. I was actually meeting with some of our builders. We have a builders group. We used to call it the Commerce Club, but we call it the builders group now. And I was meeting with them about the announcement that's getting ready to happen. And some of the things that I would say to the team and to those that are out there that are part of Travorium is, one, you got to focus. I didn't get to this place without staying focused. You got to fix your eyes on a destination and your location. I had all of the builders today, not only to say what they wanted to do with the announcement that's coming, but what was their goal? What was their goal in the next 2 weeks, and how many people would it take for them to reach that goal? So you got to fix your eyes on that. The second thing is that you want to make sure that you're not that you don't want to be easily offended. This is the time where when you get focused, it seems like things will come along to offend you. Everyone will not support you on your purpose. Everybody will not support your dreams. But to me, Travorium just met all of my expectations and my dreams. It's making my dreams come true. And so you got to stay focused. And then with the C, you do not allow anything to cause you to look to the left or to the right or unnecessary change. Don't speak negative words to yourself. Always speak positive words to yourself, and be determined to stay on the mission. I am determined. I get distractions all the time. I actually had a couple of big leaders from another travel company try to embrace me and have me to come in to their business on yesterday. But as Ty said, I'm focused. I can't. There's nothing you can convince me. There's nothing you can do to convince me unless I go be with Jesus that Travorium is not the Travorium is the bomb.com. That's just the bottom line. David and Adela Hart are the best CEOs that you could have, and so you got to make sure that you stay focused. And the last two is the U. The U is you got to understand that people may not understand. They may not understand why you so purpose. They may not understand your purpose. They may not understand the responsibility that you've took upon yourself. You know, people always say to me, I had some new people come in the business that have been in network marketing, and they say, you do a lot as a leader. You do a lot for the team. I've just never seen a leader that worked as hard as you to build, because I mean, Todd, quiet as it kept, we probably could just sit back and get a check. But we probably some of the hardest working ambassadors, and you're a 4-star ambassador, then you, I mean, we still working. And then last, we want to see beyond what we can see. You got to see beyond what, I had to see beyond the unemployment check. I had to see beyond the fact that my husband was sick at first and God healed him. And then God took him home. But I had to see beyond his death. I had to see beyond all of that in order for me to get to where, but if you don't have a vision, see, the Bible says without a vision, people will perish. I have a vision. And my vision and my husband's vision was that Trevorian would take care of my family. My husband used to say, Trevorian is going to take care of you. And he's going to, when I do go be with the Lord, the Trevorian is going to take care of you. And I can tell you that Trevorian takes very good care of me. They really, really do. David Hart and Adela Hart are the best. You know, I drive what I want. I go where I want. I do what I want. They take very good care of me because I see beyond what others can see. I see beyond. I got a vision in my head. And now that I've already hit ambassador, because I didn't really want to be an ambassador, but now that I've hit ambassador, the sky is the limit. So we're going to go all the way to executive chairman. I don't know who's going to get there first. Todd said new leaders are coming in, and I know some people will pass me, but it won't be because I didn't try. And don't let come in this business and not try. The worst you can do, is Daryl Roberts would say, is that you is go on a great vacation. Go on a great vacation. So that's my words tonight. I am excited. I'm excited about our team conference that's coming up in March. We're getting ready to release the flyer, release the information for it. David and Adela Hart will be there. Todd and Gina will be there. Daryl and Maria will be there. Ooh, it's almost like a huge Trevorium conference, ain't it? Right? Our speaker, Cynthia Sly, is a speaker. Mel Keys, Thomas Flowers is a speaker. Reverend Dr. Judy Cunningham and Apostle H. Daniel Wilson and myself, we are the speakers. It's going to be in San Antonio, Texas. 2 weeks before David Hart's birthday, so y'all know we got the party. We ain't had a good party. We got the party. We ain't had a good party since we've been on the cruise, so we're going to have to party with him, and we are definitely excited about that because we love coming together, and we love to gather, and we just love. And so we're having an Emerald Ball. So you want to make sure that you're looking for your green gown if you're planning to come, and get your tux out with your, David, you got to wear a suit. You got to wear a suit in March. Get your little suit out.
A suit. I was hoping I could wear shorts and flip-flops.
Nope. You can wear them when you teach. You can't wear them when you speak. You can't wear them when you speak that night, but you got to wear a tux, Dave. You got to get cleaned up. Todd looked real good. Todd and Daryl, he dusted off his tux and he could actually fit it. And he looked very, very nice. Didn't they look nice last year?
Looked amazing. Absolutely
Y'all
amazing.
looked amazing. I'm telling you, Maria was like, it just feels so good to dress up. So we're going to dress up. So I'm excited. I'm going to give it to you.
Well, again, Ambassador Deborah Taylor, I appreciate it. Again, you epitomize when I talk about a leader willing to do whatever it takes for however long it takes. And again, you only need two in our kind of compensation program. I can get a Deborah on my left and a Deborah on my right, guys. It's over. You have the kind of lifestyle, the kind of income that's the envy of 98% of the world. And I was hung up earlier when I was doing Starbucks and Subway, because they both start with S, right? And the reason I get hung up is I do a lot of Subway examples. I talk about if you wanted to buy a Subway franchise that costs about 300 grand to get started, it could take you 5 to 10 years to break even. And if you are one of the lucky ones to break even, you are going to make about $40,000 per year. So here's the stat I just read 2 nights ago. Subway has closed more than 5,100 stores since the year 2017. They had over 2,000 like in the last year. So even if you spend your $300,000, that is not a guarantee of success. And so you're going to spend your 300 grand. You know, you're not going to Cancun like we just got back from. You're not going to Vegas like we just got back from. You're not going to Europe for 3.5 weeks like we just did. You're not going to Dubai like Dr. Phyllis Terry and our whole group, our whole Hispanic team out of Miami just did, right? You're not doing those things. You're not going anywhere because you have a Subway franchise that opens up early in the morning. It's open till late at night. You may not know this, but those teenagers don't always show up for their shift, right? You ain't going anywhere. This thing owns you. You don't own it. You can spend the next 5 to 10 years hoping you don't go out of business, hoping just to break even. And if you do, it's 40 grand a year. And again, they just closed 2,000 something stores this year, 5,100 since 2017. Well, when you juxtapose that next to what we offer, where you join, and as Deborah just made the comment, as Daryl always says, your absolute worst case scenario is you're going to go on some unbelievable vacations. If you work your business like a business with an intention for a profit, you're going to tap into some unbelievable tax write-offs, writing off the house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, internet, you name it, right? And you're going to actually you're going to save more in taxes than it costs to be a part of our company. That's your worst case scenario. Now, again, I can give you another buddy that it's a good friend of me and Ryan, or me and Ryan Vanderpool. I don't want to use any names because he's back in town, but he's somebody that tried to do a delivery type of a business in Tennessee, put up over $500,000 of money, and it didn't work out. He's back in town, and they're in a really, really bad place financially. And so again, I mean, so some people, when they talk about this business, this industry of what that we're describing, right? It is one of the best kept secrets out there because you've got a product that everybody wants. You've got a global marketplace where you can sell it. You can tell a few who tell a few. You don't have to quit your job. You can do it in the flexible hours of your day. You get all the tax write-offs, right? We're doing things that have never been done before. And it only costs $299 to get started. It doesn't cost 300 grand like it does for the Subway. It doesn't cost 500,000 like it does for the distribution type business, right? It only costs $299. If you don't like it, quit. If you don't like it, quit, enjoy your vacation and do something else. We have something utterly amazing. And so what I want to do is take this to our CEO and founder, who, by the way, made a big announcement in the back office today. So for those of you who have not seen your back office, you heard Ambassador Deborah Taylor allude to it. I've alluded to it. We kind of waited for our CEO and founder to make that official announcement for those of you that didn't see it in the back office. So, hey, Mr. David Hart, welcome to our corporate update call. It was incredible being with you and Miss Adela at the travel show last week in Las Vegas. It was amazing. We were a smash hit at the show. And, I don't know if you want to talk about some of that, but obviously excited about the news we saw in the back office this morning.
Yeah, it was great to go to the travel show and meet all the different name brand hotels and even some boutique hotels. And we're excited about the 2023 World Tour destination and destinations and the locations that we're going to have for people to go see the world, travel the world, and create lifetime experiences. So those will be coming out soon, very soon in the back office. For you guys that are brand new in our business, know that our world tours run from March until November. That's when we run the world tours. We take the holidays off. Most people end up spending time with their families, and we want to encourage that. But we go hot and heavy from March until November. So some great stuff is coming. You'll be excited, and you'll be able to see the world and travel the world. In terms of our back office, I guess I can throw this up here on the screen. Most everybody's seen it. Sales are off the charts today. It's been quite a day. It's been exciting to see all the different people making multiple sales, but we're running our double fast start bonuses until the end of October. And what that means is that typically you would normally get $25 on a personal sale for a titanium. You now get 50, and for the platinum, you normally get 50, and now you get 100. And so this is, at a $299 product, and you're able to tap into this and create this commission for the platinum. It's a very high percentage payout. It's something that's costly to the company, but like I always say, that we have to invest in the field. And if you're a leader in our company, you want to make sure that you're investing in your team. So there's ways for you to do that. one of the best ways to look at a promotion like this is, one, to set the example for your team to follow. By example, they will do what you do. Always ask yourself this question: am I doing what I want to see people on my team doing? And just be honest with yourself. It's not to beat you up or bring you down, but be honest in that assessment. And if you're not doing what you want to see your team doing, then you simply just need to make a change. You need to go in a different direction. I can tell you that through action and activity will cure almost any issue that you have in your business. If your business is not growing, you know what? Do the activity, go recruit somebody. If you got an attitude problem going on in your business, do the activity and go recruit somebody new. So the way to use this bonus is, number one, you want to set the example for your people to follow. Number two, you use it for to help motivate other people to take action and do something in your business, in their business. And so that's the two ways that you use it. There's enough time for you guys to go out and find people. And I got to tell you this too, and I fully believe this. You are one recruit away from an explosion in your business, and you never know who it's going to be, where it's going to come from, who you're going to see at the baseball game, who you're going to run into the grocery store, who you're going to have send a message to you on Facebook because you've been posting on social media, somebody on Instagram that you like, that you reach out to. There's so many different facets and ways for you to come in contact with people. It's most important that you have to have your, I call them your antennas up, looking for those people that are looking for an opportunity. And when your mindset is in the right place, the world is yours. All kinds of people are ready to be recruited into your team. And sometimes it's like who they know, but it starts with you. Your enthusiasm, your excitement, your conviction level bleeds onto your team. It bleeds into the people that are looking at your business. And when they see that, when they see that enthusiasm and excitement, they want to move in your direction. Finally, I would just share with you guys this one thought. Everybody, there's no secret that, they're talking about recession. It's no secret that inflation is crazy. We went to the dinner the other night with Gina, Todd, and Adela, and it was an astronomical amount for a pretty average dinner, astronomical amount. And the cost of living is up. And I would just tell you this, that people are looking for another way. They're looking for a better way. They're looking for a way to subsidize their income. It's not even plan B anymore in terms of, it's like, hey, I need my second option to create an income so I can maintain lifestyle. So I believe that we as a company are going to absolutely thrive in 2023, because when it comes to travel, nobody does travel the way we do it. Net travel rates, free trip incentives, earn travel points, use them to buy down your rate on getaways or go on world tours. Nobody does it in the fashion that we do here at Trevorium. A lot of people think they do, or they try, but it's not like what we do. We have everything in place for our members, our customers, to go out and see the world and create life experiences. We have everything in place, you as a partner in our business, to go out and find success and build a team of people that are looking to do the same. So in 2023, we're the best option when it comes to travel. In 2023, there will be millions and millions of people looking for a home-based business that you'll have the opportunity to share the business with. Now, what's great about our company is that we are a global company. We are in 60 countries. We just opened up countries in Africa. We just opened up Pakistan. We opened up India. We can pay and process in credit card and pay commissions on a card or in accounts, bank accounts. So everything is in place. You might think to yourself, who do I know? I don't know anybody outside of the United States. Well, guess what? Neither did I. Yet my company's in 60 different countries. Todd Strand doesn't speak any other languages, but through relationships of people, because of our product, is a global product because it's a global opportunity. It attracts people to you. But in order to have these people attract to you, you have to do a couple of things. Number one, or the most important thing, is that you have to take action. You have to tell people about your business. If you're not advertising your business, then you're just playing. You're really not in business, right? It's not even a hobby. So make sure that you're advertising, marketing your business, you're following the steps to expose people to our opportunity. And if you do it long enough, strong enough, and hard enough, that great news of Trevorian is going to fall on the right people. And when it does, you can't convince them to get out of this business. I promise you that. So Todd, with that, I'll throw it back to you. Lots of great things happening. Take advantage of this promotion and go after it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the double bonuses from now until Halloween night. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. People are fired up, excited. It was amazing being at the travel show to see the response from all the different vendors from all over the world to our model. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a great idea. I mean, again, guys, we're doing stuff totally unique. But by the way, I knew you meant Kazakhstan. You actually said Pakistan, but yeah, we're not in
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, we're in Kazakhstan, not Pakistan. So do anybody like, hey, said we're in Pakistan? They rhyme. It's easy, right? You get all these different countries, it starts to blend together sometimes. And then again, for everybody out there, having that global business, when you even look at the direct sales industry being a $200 billion industry, only 30 billion of that happens in the United States. And so if you're with a company that's US based, well, you're missing the majority of the market. And it's tough to get products into other countries. And so we have the ultimate global business. We have access to all of the markets, something that's fun, something that people want to do, something that's totally different, something that no one's ever done before. I had a Zoom today with a lady who goes all the way back to the 90s. She worked with Bill Gould and Equinox, a couple of those kind of companies. I know that Daryl knows who those guys are. And so she's been around a long time. And she was, getting ready, looking at another travel company. And when I described what we're doing, she's like, okay, wow, that's totally different. I mean, she got all fired up, all excited. I mean, that's wow. She was blown away. So anyway, pretty cool. I mean, to have that kind of thing. And guys, it is year one. We did not have the secret sauce until we didn't figure that out. So November of 2019. That was the first world tour. You couldn't use points to go. And then we did it so you could use points, but we're in the middle of the pandemic. And so you could go to the pandemic, but no one wanted to be around anybody. We couldn't do the training. So it's literally year one of what we're doing. And what I want to do real quick is I take this to our next speaker, our final speaker. He was on our training call on Saturday, as he is almost every Saturday. Did a phenomenal job. Him and Miss Maria had their brand new 7 steps that they just released. He's always bringing little tidbits of knowledge. I call him the Michael Jordan of our industry from a training perspective, the MJ. But he's a phenomenal leader, a phenomenal friend. We got to hang out with him and also Miss Maria at the travel show in Las Vegas. That was fantastic. Got to go to dinner and do that kind of stuff. And did we have fun or did we have fun?
Todd, it was unbelievable.
I mean, who's got it better than us?
Yeah, there was thousands of people there. And I was following up with people literally today with contacts that we made. So I let them have the weekend, but today was follow-up day. And it's just exciting time. David Hart, thank you for the double bonuses. A lot of people already are blown away with that. Matter of fact, Deborah Taylor and I are on the phone. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. I think it was, I was 8 o'clock her time. And we were talking about that and just going through some things. And she broke down a game plan. When you guys talk about Deborah Taylor as an unbelievable leader, dude, she broke down amazing game plan. We talked probably for about 30 minutes. And she's not only taking over cities, she's looking at taking over states. She's got the plan. She's got the people in place. She gave me the names of the people. She's got me flying out to New Orleans to do a presentation, Maria and I, at the end of this month to do a presentation. Guys, I'm telling you, she has a plan. She's implementing that plan and she's making it happen. So again, you want to find a leader that's doing something, kind of follow what she's doing, and she's always plugging in. So here's a question. I want you guys to answer. Those of you that, a lot of you guys on the live Zoom, big numbers, so happy to see that. And I see there's a few people on the Facebook account as well. But if you were a doctor, where did you go today? Answer that question. If you were a doctor, where did you go today? And if you're an attorney, where did you go today? There's Mrs. Black, Miss Black said to the office. Absolutely. If you're an attorney, where did you go? You went to the office, you went to the courthouse. If you're a mechanic, where were you today? Well, Marie and I took our daughter, Asia, car to the mechanic, and he had to do a couple things, just some oil change, some little simple type of thing. And I asked him, his name was Rick, and we were getting ready to leave. And I knew we were going to do this call tonight, and I knew we had the bonus coming and all that. So I just asked him a question. I said, Rick, where are you going to be tomorrow? And he said, I'm going to be here tomorrow. And I said, okay, thanks. And obviously we started talking a little bit. He got the information. So we're going to be sharing that with him and going through it. But my point is if you are part of Trevorium, where should you be? Where should your team be every Monday without fail at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 o'clock East Coast, and depending on where other time zones that you guys are in? Guys, that's a part and parcel of your success. How many of you went to work today? How many of you went to your job today? How many? Just go ahead and type it in there. Help me out. I know some of you will, some of you won't, but how many of you went to your job today? Why did you do that? You're committed to that job. Now, most of you don't like it, or most people don't really like their job. They go because what? It provides a shelter for the family, it puts food on the table, it allows you to get cars and to go different places and do different things. And you're committed to doing that, and you continue to do that. Even though sometimes you don't even want to really do it, you do it because you have to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you understand the value of the timing that Todd shared with you today of where we are with this company, just literally, taking off the launch pad, you would start plugging in on a consistent basis. You'd get your team plugged in on a consistent basis. You have to be committed to success. Every Monday, corporate call. Every Saturday, the training call. You are plugging into it. Just like tomorrow, you're going to be at your job. Wednesday, you're going to be at your job. Thursday, you're going to be at your job. Friday, you're going to be at the job. And if they've got inventory or something, they might even call you to come in on a Saturday. You've got to learn to put the time in on something that can benefit you long term. Anyone that's listening to my voice right now, there is no question about it. You can become an ambassador within the next 3 to 5 years. There's no debate. If you do the simple things that we talk about every single day, they're not tough, they're not hard, you're not dealing with crazy people, you're dealing basically with yourself and the person in the mirror. But if you do those things, that's what's going to make all the difference in the world. Guys, we did a 3-way. After Saturday call, we talked about, doing 3 ways, letting people talk to your new people that sign up, or your new prospects that are trying to sign up, let people tell their stories. Here's why you want to do it. As soon as we got off the phone this Saturday, Regina Johnson, she was the first one to call me. And she said, Daryl, can I do a 3-way with you? I want you to welcome a new person. I said, absolutely. Who is it? And she said, Narda Austin. And I said, great. So a few minutes later, we were on the phone with Narda and just having some fun, just talking. And here's exactly what Narda said. You were just on the Zoom, and now I'm actually talking to you. She was so pumped up and excited to be on the phone. I don't know why, but I'm going to tell you why. Because it's the same way I was when my sponsor back in the day introduced me to the people that were doing the presentations, that were leading the company, the superstars of those companies. It made all the difference in the world. I used to have the video that I would take to people's homes and I would show them. And the guy that did the presentation, he was actually my sponsor. He did a great job. And guess what I did after every time I showed that video? I said, the guy that's on that video? That's my business partner and my personal friend. Let me get him on the phone with this right now. And by doing that little thing, they got so excited. They're talking to the guy that was on the video. You know how we are with rock stars and people that are out there. I'm not saying I'm anything special. I don't want to make that the challenge or make that the issue here. But the point is that when people see Todd, and you can get them on the phone with Todd, when people see Ambassador Deborah Taylor, and you can actually have her on the phone with your new person, when someone sees Danny, they can actually get on the phone with him, or all the leaders that come through the process here, it makes all the difference in the world. That's that one little slight edge that I use to the nth degree to create success and put us in the situation that we're in right now. So I just want to encourage more of you guys to go ahead and do that. and not necessarily with me, but just with everybody out there, even if they've signed up, let us just say hi and welcome them to the team and tell them our story so that they've got extra validation. They might need that at some point in time in the future. So I will encourage you to do that. Guys, we're about 15 days, give or take, to the end of this month. We have a huge opportunity that David just gave us with the double bonuses. Guys, that's huge. And some people aren't even thinking about it. Some people are pumped up and excited. I've been on the phone with team members today and getting people riled up and excited. Here's what you need to do right this second tonight before you, as soon as we get off this, set a goal and turn that goal quickly by tomorrow morning when you wake up into an obsession. So set a goal, turn it into an obsession by the time you wake up in the morning of how many people you want to get double bonuses on by the end of this month, by midnight, October 31st. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 10? It doesn't matter. It's your number, but I don't want you to say, well, I'm just going to try and do it. Set a goal, turn it into obsession, and then go after it. Now, what do you have to do to hit your goal? So again, we talk about this all the time. You want to invite. And it was just so amazing, the timing that we put those 7 steps to recruiting, taking a prospect through the process. And there's other variations to that as well. And the leaders that's working with you can actually help you with that. But for somebody that wants to know, okay, I just need to have some type of system in place, they can literally right now go through those 7 steps and start inviting people. So the first thing to hit your goal that you need to do this month is start inviting. If you're going to enroll 5, 10 people, guys, you're going to need to invite 25, 50, 100 people in the next 15 days. You need to set up leadership meetings quickly with your organizations and with your leadership and say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to need this support. You know, Daryl said we can call him. Is that true? Or is he just kidding somebody you shouldn't be kidding? No, that's true. Let's get on the phone. He'll tell you his strategies and his stories, etc. But you want to invite people and share the company story. Invite people and share the company story. Invite people and share the company story. It's not that complicated. You want to enroll 10, you just got to invite a bunch of people and let either Todd or Pastor Deborah Taylor, Ambassador Taylor, or Ronithia, or any of the leaders that are out there do the Zoom for you, or show them a video, or get them to a home meeting, a church meeting. I believe the meeting we're doing in New Orleans is going to be in a church. I'm not sure on that, but I think it's going to be in a church. And we've done that many times before, so it wouldn't be, something totally unexpected. But if you're really serious about getting this thing going, set a goal tonight. Dave's giving you double the money for the same amount of work. It's time to pick up the pace. So I hope I've encouraged you guys this evening. Hopefully you got a game plan over the next 15 days. If you don't, by the end of tonight, first thing in the morning, make sure you figure that out. Get with your leadership, get with your team, find out what their goals are, let them know what your goals are, and let's go to work and let's have some fun. So again, we have the best company out there. David and Adela is encouraging, amazing people. Adela said something to me during dinner while they were out here that definitely helped me out. And I remember Ambassador Taylor telling us the story about how Adela said something to her that encouraged and inspired her to go to different heights. And even, I don't care who you think you are or how big you think you are, whatever, there's a word, a blessing that somebody can whisper into your ear or give you that can take your life to another level. So I just want to say thank you to her in front of everybody, because it definitely, I've thought about it 4 or 5 different times since that time. Guys, we have great company, great opportunity. Go to work, roll up your sleeves, and let's make some great things happen. God bless you guys. Dave, you got the last word, I guess. Are you ready to go? Hey, good night, everybody.
I'm ready to go. Good night. Great job tonight, Daryl.
Thanks,
Phenomenal.
guys. Tomorrow night, Tuesday, Marie and I, right here.
And that's right. I was gonna make that joke, Joe. Hey, you say, if you're a mechanic, where are you gonna go? Right? If you're this, where are you gonna go? Hey, tomorrow night, where are you gonna go? Daryl and Maria, 6 o'clock, California. All right. God bless everybody.
See you guys.